We're maintaining terms.
That's right. I'm
Some
going to use
army do,
Paleo DOTA in the future.
Paleo DOTA, there you go.
How cumbersome.
Cumbersome.
Well, when did you learn that one?
T-Gov.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Said cumbersome yesterday.
Course.
What did he? Well, I asked him earlier what he meant by that. Can you remember what he meant by that?
What is
Low ass heroes who take a long time to build up.
That's what he said?
Basically. No, that was not what he said. That was my translation of it.
Oh, yeah, the Agnes.
I'm going to get told I was wrong later, I'm sure. Sorry.
How cumbersome of him.
Yeah, this fight's looking cumbersome for Secret. That Legion Commander Duel actually managed to get the kill on the gyrocopter. I was wondering why she got Blade Mail, because we don't really see Blade Mails on Legion that often anymore, but Gyro just killed himself on it.
Yep. You can't control your damage. Gyro is actually the prime hero to get Blade Mail, or the prime
Is Roche
carry.
up again?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Secret.
Quincy can't contest this Roche. Look how fast it does.
Yup. That's how Gyro killed himself.
Amp
that much
damage plus Disruptor Shard giving bonus attack speed on Gyro is too much.
Wait,
Yep.
Io take the scepter? Who took the scepter?
Was it Io? No. It wasn't.
He picked it up. I don't know who.
They'll probably give it to Slider, no?
How much gold does
Thought already had it, I think.
Disruptor has the buff. Oh, he took the scepter.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah,
magazine.
and so now Disruptor gets to buy something else. I don't know what he's going to go for, but that's a freebie.
I don't think it matters so much at this point. I don't think Disruptor is going to build for his next item. It might
Oh, he
just
bought
be
a
like the
Yules.
last few minutes of the game now.
Yeah, he just got a Cyclone, I guess. I mean, it's probably last fight at this point. Terrorblade just bought a refresher.
I think this Yules, the idea behind it is that he's going to build it into a Wind Waker and just save people in LC duel.
Oh, yeah. Duel again! Oh, they do get the gyrocopter, but they only get the Aegis, and that's LC giving her life up, and she knew that, immediately buys back.
That's
TB
Satanic
is
still.
trying to deal damage, but as soon as
You raid
gyrocopter
boss
turns
Gyro.
around, he gets shredded, and Quinn dies.
That's something that Ali was saying, like, TB, yeah, he tanks a lot, but if you have the amplified damage, his armor doesn't feel as strong, and even Gyro can deal with him.
They
And
do manage to kill
Storm's dead though, and Quinn did buy back. I wonder if they're going to chase here. I feel like if they chase into a bad position, this could backfire on them really heavily.
Yeah, they've committed a ton of buybacks. Although
Especially
not
if they
terrible.
chase without meta.
That's true, and his refresher's on cooldown.
Yep.
Like they've decided not to chase into a bad position like the triangle, and are just going to settle for this.
Good call.
That's a good call there.
Do you think Io and Yaps
Your turn to ban. 5 seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Call me Juggernaut. Yes.
Prepare for battle.
I go. Yeah.
30 seconds to battle.
As you wish. It's an honor. As you wish. I bring my blade.
The battle begins.
The time is upon us. Yeah. I fight. Forward. Very well. Swiftly now. To battle. Of course. A fine idea. Tonight, I'll make it back.
First blood! By right, as well as by might.
On it. Onward. Already moving. So you say? To battle. At last. Strength is mine. A fine idea. Look me in the eye. You die. Yes. Your death approaches.
Aye?
Attack. Onward. I bring my blade. Run if you can. With practice comes strength. Very well. Yeah. I go. It's an honor. All mine. You are mine. So you say? Yeah. What coward does? Stand and face me. As you wish. Swiftly. Boots of discipline. Death dealer. Agreed.
Killing spree!
Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack.
You'll not see beyond.
My power increases. As you wish. On it. I fight.
should make my life easier.
Already moving. My blade is swifter. Attack. Attack. Yes. As you wish. Your death approaches.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Strength is mine. I fight. Forward. To battle. Well, you and I. It is not time. You see, beneath the mask. Juggernaut! That's a strip. I grow.
Killing spree! Double kill!
I go.
Dominating!
I bring my blade. Very well. On it. Already moving. Agreed. A fine idea. So you say? Practice comes strength. It's an honor. Of course.
You are no more. Dominating!
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Mega kill! Double kill!
As you wish. Stand and face me. A fine idea. I'll take that as tribute.
Mega kill!
Forward.
Your top tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
I fight. Yes.
Your bottom tower has fallen.
Increases swiftly now. You die.
Unstoppable!
What coward runs? What a waste. I go. Very well. Battle Fury!
Double kill!
With practice comes strength. It's an honor. To battle. Agreed. I'm under attack. At last.
Double kill!
I bring
Unstoppable!
strength is mine. On it. You are mine. What coward runs?
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Already moving.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Onward. As you wish. Yeah.
Wicked sick! Monster kill! Godlike! Triple kill!
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Your top tower is under attack.
Ultra kill!
As you wish. Swiftly now. Yes. You die.
Killing spree! Double kill!
Face your death.
Wicked sick!
Already moving. Butterfly. So you say? Yeah. Onward. Very well. A fine idea.
Welcome to the secret show.
Look me in the eye. On it. I'll take that as tribute. I go.
Monster kill!
Agreed. It's an honor. I fight. Of course.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
To battle. My blade.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen.
Already moving.
Your middle tower is under attack.
As you wish. Attack. I'm under attack.
Godlike!
Battle. I fight. Of course. Onward. Roots of discipline. Stand and face me. Agreed. Death dealer. On it. Very well.
Ah,
My
fresh
blade, my
made.
blade. Forward. Yeah.
Holy shit! Learn how to swim before you sail in deep waters.
Swiftly now. I go. So you say? A fine idea. As you wish. It's an honor. Already moving. Run if you can. Cannot hide. Onward. Yeah. It's an honor. Battle Fury!
spree! Double kill!
This should make my life easier.
Yet again. I go. Of course.
Fresh meat!
Have failed the veil.
As you wish. Swiftly now. I fight. A fine idea. On it.
Your top tower is under
Very well.
attack. Your top tower has
What
fallen.
do you say? Yeah. Agreed.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
Yes. What coward runs? Battle. I grow. Yeah. Onward. Agreed. Of course.
Invisibility.
As you wish.
Learn how to swim before you sail in deep water.
Your top tower is under attack.
It's my blade. Run if you can.
Deep sixth.
On it. Yeah. Attack. To battle. Look me in the eye. Yes. I go. All mine. Already moving. So you say? You die. Oh. Forward. I'm under attack. Very well. I fight. As you wish.
Holy shit!
A fine idea. Your death approaches.
Your song has fallen to the radiant.
A fine idea. On it. As you wish. To battle. I fight. I'll take that as tribute. I'll take that as tribute. Yeah. Onward. Of course. That's impeding you now. Never will you see my face. It's an honor. Agreed. Yes. As you wish.
Double kill! Killing spree! Triple kill!
Very well. Death dealer.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
So you
Dire structures are falling. The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
stand and face me.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
You wish I never stooped to know.
Holy kill!
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
They'll never see this coming. A minor setback. Board at sea.
Flicker on the wind.
Already moving. Yeah. Of course. I bring my blade. To battle. Very well. Run if you can.
Dominating!
You die. Come and go.
Mega kill!
Attack.
Your champion has fallen to the radiant.
Frostmite!
No more need.
Unstoppable! Ownage!
Double killing spree! Triple kill!
As you wish, fusion. I go. You ask, and I will answer. Rest. It's an honor. You cannot hide. Swiftly now. Agreed.
I'll do that.
Did you not?
Double kill!
It's not a juggernaut.
Killing spree! Double
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Juggernaut returns.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower has fallen.
On it. Forward. Run. A fine idea.
Double kill!
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Radiant victory.
with the kind of longevity of DPC being able to like improve over time and always be having to play at this like high level, it does push these kind of on the fringe teams over the edge and into kind of the international space. And Spirit is that kind of beautiful story where they can now comfortably say they are fighting always to be the best in Eastern Europe, tied up alongside VP. And again, I'm very happy that we get to see these new storylines appear because it's refreshing just seeing new faces within the scene.
In terms of VP, because their average age is 19, or 4 of them are like 19 years old, they're all very inexperienced themselves, but because they had a good streak with VP Prodigy, maybe they're like 6 months ahead or maybe a little bit longer, further along than Spirit are.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. Also, because you get to attend these international events, VP got to level up faster. Because Spirit was probably like neck and neck in the Prodigy days, but then you get your break first, and you get to go to be the representation for CIS/Eastern Europe, and then you get to play all these other international teams, so it starts escalating.
I just saw your little hands just go like an excited dinosaur.
It's like Sky was trying to deny the Earthshaker, and then he clicked him, and then he had like 10 HP, and I was like, oh, he won't have time to do it, will he? And no, he didn't have time. He was trying to help a friend out, and he couldn't do it, so yeah.
I mean, again,
dinosaur tactic. I've already been called out for the dinosaur. That's been hidden.
A quick comment before
Ari
I'm
comes
going
in.
to be kicked like a certain
How do you know it's you?
player was
Come in and stand over
by a bunch
her.
of
No, it's
demons.
me.
There we
It's
go.
Tsunami.
My time is up.
I never get to do the kicking, so
I thought-
it feels good.
I see it.
You haven't actually technically kicked him yet.
He
I
was,
know, you need to get revenge after EG.
he was
I
making eye
understand.
contact with me, and I was like, he's going to kick me the way Arkosh kicked him.
That is true.
Roof.
Hi, Frankie.
Hello,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too. How are you?
Good, good. It's sort of sad to see Quincy Crew be losing because they're such a dominant North American team for so long, but are none of like the big lands, and then they come here wanting to prove themselves. So there's a lot of doubters, and it's unfortunate.
Have you spoken to any of the guys since they arrived?
Yes.
Can you tell us anything about how they're doing?
They said that they are going to like rethink how they're doing things and hopefully win out today. But it has been very unfortunate.
Is there any advice you've given them or anything that you want to see them do in this particular series?
Well, I told one of their players I thought Ember looked good, and then they picked Ember and they lost with it. So that might be my fault.
To be fair, Ember was doing extremely well. It was in like
I
9
think
and
it
1
looks
time.
good.
So much.
Yeah, it's been very, very good. One of the best of the Spirit heroes.
But maybe not a comfort pick for them.
It is. I think, I don't know, sometimes when you come to these events, even if you're a really good team, something can just be off. Like sometimes there's like these players, they play so much Dota, they practice so much Dota, that sometimes you forget one of the basics and it just throws your entire game plan off. Oftentimes I'll play games, I have so many hours in the game, but for some reason I forget to check runes. It's like so simple, it's such a basic concept. And I just play like garbage, my team loses.
They have only just recruited their coach as well in the last few weeks, Quincy Crew, so it must be like a real adjustment period for them getting used to having an extra voice in their draft as well.
Yeah, that might be true, but Tiga, you worked with Kezu. Like, he's really easy to work with, right?
Yeah, so Kezu is the person who will happily give his opinion, but he'll sit there and kind of absorb the room first. And he's not like a dictator within like a team. And I think that's kind of what Quincy Crew wanted as a coach. But they already have like
LOA.
They have LOA, who is, I was about to call him SVG. Thanks for the correction. He did rebrand to LOA.
Yeah, but after I'd made my notes,
yeah, I
damn
know.
it. It was literally in the last week or so.
But good old LOA is, from what I heard, at least you'll probably know more, like he knows how he wants to play the game, right? And if he wants to talk to someone about it rather than someone coming in and saying, play it like this. Maybe I'm wrong, Howie, but...
Because I worked with a lot of the Quincy Crew boys for a long time on like Forward Gaming and Nubian, etc. But I think a lot of people in the scene, like if you ask who the smartest Dota player is, they'll actually say LOA.
Yeah.
And like that's my opinion as well. I think he's like one of the, if not the smartest, he's one of the smartest Dota players. And I think part of that intelligence is that it's not like he's really set in his ways. He's very willing to adapt to stuff. He's just like an intelligent person.
Yeah. And that's why I think Kezu, honestly, even though the results aren't working, he is like a good fit for them because He has, been top 1 in Europe from an offlane position. He is very willing to listen, but also give his opinion. And it's just like you need that type of kind of back and forth when someone is bursting with ideas, right? Like you want to be able to talk to someone at like an equal level. You don't want to like dumb down your ideas because like, okay, Kezu, this is my idea today. Kezu, he's up there, he can do it, but again,
but also,
it's scary.
Keep in mind, Kezu did join very recently, so it does take time to see results with specific players or coaches. So we can't really assess this performance as, okay, Kezu and Quincy as they
Oh yeah, for
It'll
sure.
take time.
Most of the community will happily like look at results and they'll look at like the most recent change, and the scapegoat is like, what's the most recent change in this team? And like Kezu, for example, will be like the scapegoat, right, from a community perspective potentially. But no, that just isn't the case. 9 times out of 10, there's so many factors going into the success or for failure of a team. So
it might be though. We don't actually know.
Yeah, no, we just got to.
From our experience with Kezu, like it doesn't seem likely, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I mean, right? Yeah. There's got to be something else. We need to get our inspector glasses out and find out.
And the
what's
thing
going
is,
on.
like, if someone could figure out what was feeling off about Quincy Crew, like in a very simple way, I feel like those players would be more than capable of figuring it out themselves.
100%.
Like in my head, I was like, it didn't feel like they were on top of runes as much as they usually are. They're usually a very mid-centric team around Quinn. He's like I think he's ranked 2 right now in the world, basically. And it didn't look like that. But I feel like today they were actually more on top of the runes, and it didn't seem to affect their performance that much.
We were having this conversation about Quinn actually earlier, and the fact that he's such a strong player, but also the kind of sacrifices he does make for his team. And I was asking the question to the guys, so I'd be interested in your answer about whether that sometimes is too much of a sacrifice because he's not able to farm for himself maybe, or he's not able to, he's kind of sacrificing himself instead of saving himself to be the star of those team fights.
And by that we meant his aggressive farming patterns. That's what she means.
I'm sure there's definitely an argument for something being off with their like Dota economy. I think it's hard to say like one player isn't farming enough or isn't doing something properly when it's a lot of it is like a team decision, and you build around a style that you want to play. Honestly, like in my opinion, the highest percent for why Quincy Crew is performing poorly is because the Dota style they want to play is just not in meta, and it's been a long time since the last tournament, so you haven't had that like refresher in order to understand if you're correct about your ideas or not. Like there's a decent chance they did fine in scrims before this event. And they're like, okay, our idea is good. They come here, they get slammed. They're like, I don't even know what went wrong. Like we're doing the same things we did in scrims, but they just missed something.
Yeah.
It just happens. Like a lot of Dota it's down to luck. Like you prep the right things, you see the right things in pubs, you get lucky a bit sometimes.
The thing as well with TI, it's like, as soon as you go from scrims to actual group stage, there isn't enough time to like lose, see why you're losing, and take it back to the practice room, right? Like it's all, from here on out, this entire group stage is talk over dinner, talk over, going outside, getting fresh air. It's all hypothetical stuff, and getting a Dota player to understand what went wrong or right through a replay or through just physical verbal, and not actually putting them into the game to say, let's recreate that situation, let's play it, let's try it, etc. That is what makes and breaks players at TI, because outside of that, other tournaments, it's you play a group stage, you have like the morning after off, the day off. Like this type of gameplay where it's like every single day playing, that is all about your ability to take what you've practiced and then try and tweak it just through thinking about it. And it is very hard to do. Most people, like all Dota players, they want to experience it, right? So that is like kind of the hidden thing that people don't really appreciate at TI, because you always assume, oh, they have to be practicing whilst they're not playing, but there just isn't the time. The intensity of groups is very high.
Also, even if you figure out what you think is wrong, there's a lot of like theory on learning where, like if you're going from something, I think like conscious incompetence, and you're having to like think about it to fix it, oftentimes it can actually make you worse at other things that you're competent. Like you want to eventually move to like unconscious competence, but it's not that easy to just get there.
Oh, that's so true. The amount of times like you'd find a problem with something and be like, okay, we need to fix this, but then suddenly like your laning suddenly becomes weaker because you're thinking, I need to go gank the runes at 5 minutes, I need to go do this, but then you forget like your laning matchup has to block the wave a different way, or you have to block the pool a different way. Like, yeah, Dota is such a hard game that, yeah, if you make mistakes on day 1, it's going to hit you day 2 and day 3 unless you just find that spark and go. And yeah, that's why unfortunately for these teams, even though they look like they've done so well in the season, one wrong day, and it's just like, just cripples you way too hard.
I just want to say something. That fight went on forever, and it resulted in nothing, right? Ursa died, and then I thought maybe this could be Roche, but Roche wasn't even up, and they got the Doom, and they got the Wukong's command, but they couldn't turn it into anything. Like, sure, Ursa did die, but no tower was taken, no objective was taken, and there was no re-engagement. So I was gonna say, great job by Quincy crew, but now Secret can just go again. So yeah, just for those who aren't watching.
And they're even smoking, even though they don't have Doom, which usually shows that they're really confident.
But it's been a really long time since Doom.
Oh, he has Doom back up, you're right, okay.
The fight took forever.
Wow, the fight took that long,
It took that, it went like
Okay.
in a full circle. While you guys were talking, I was like, what's happening here? And they went in a circle around the map, and now the game's gone in a circle too. You know, we're gonna see the same thing. But at least this time, Roshan will be up.
I want to say, like, watching Secret in general, I really like, I think Puppy is a captain in particular that I've heard or worked with that always moves around his players with, like, cardinal directions. And it always, like, if you watch their games, they always have such great concaves or, like, surface area coming into their fights. They're never, like, grouped up. They always have, like, the right positioning. And I think it's always interesting to see, because even at that engagement, they smoked, but they were actually okay not jumping into the 5-man Quincy crew mid. It was a very calm assessment of the situation. They just kept their concave and they're jumping here.
But that's because they've kind of stepped up into their territory.
Yeah,
right?
they're just ready for the correct jump. Like, Puppy will never force a bad engagement.
That was a really, really, really good jump. They got the Train Protector buyback, and Train Protector being dead in fights is important because his root versus Void Spirit is such a thorn in his side. So this buyback was necessary given that the fight was going on. But if Quincy crew can't pursue anything afterwards, it's a bit of a wasted buyback. I guess it was enough to just make them turn around.
I'm wondering what timing Quincy crew are sort of waiting for, though. Like, maybe the Skydion clings. Maybe they're just sort of in some sort of limbo where they don't feel comfortable pushing forward on the map, but it does seem a little bit that if they just sit around Roshan, they're falling a bit behind. I mean, there's a Doom following with Devour.
Agreed, but if they leave it, then Ursa takes it.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, they have to do this. It's just like, at some point, you need to pull the trigger, right?
Yeah, they have to. It feels like a strange impulse, but they're just scared of so many. They're scared of so many things that could go wrong.
It's also like, if you look at
Come
the
on over.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Here's the
I'm so
dinosaur
excited.
eating.
All right, let's just get it over with. Effie, get the hell out of here, my friend. Go!
Okay.
Go, you sassy banana
I'm sitting on
bread.
You're a banana bread.
You're a banana bread.
You're
Get
a-
out.
was moving fast
I'm
and he was
sitting on
talking
battery
like
packs.
that.
I don't care.
I have to
battery
go
packs.
gently.
Vixen or something.
This is my time to shine. Get out! I'm just kidding.
You cannot, like, literally, it's like on the
Everyone will be
sideline, he's just
extremely
like preparing
excited
to
to
run.
see me.
I have a baby on my bladder. You cannot do that off camera. Jesus.
I'm so excited to see you, Frank Jersey, everybody. The big Frankie herself. It is
I am
so
the dog
good to see you.
from the Twitch emote.
That's
Hello.
right.
No, actually, the dog from the Twitch emote died. I got messages from people saying, "Did you die?"
Why would you bring that up?
Sorry, I don't know.
I just got, listen, Twitch has already upset that I replaced Effie, and now you're bringing up that the dog died. What else, how else would you like to christen the panel, my friend?
Oh, God, she put me on the spot now. I tried to christen the panel earlier. I mean, I've already graced them with my theories about Queen of Pain having a useless, like, an unnecessary blink when she could buy a dagger, and I was swiftly put correct. And I realised, I started doing the maths out loud, and I was like, oh, hang on a second, because cooldowns and not being able to use a blink dagger in a fight, because if you're attacked, then it can. And then I was like, oh, we've come to a conclusion. It's actually a really useful bit of kit. So I'm learning.
Don't let the
But
smart
what can
people,
you teach
know,
me?
These guys are like analysts. You know what they do? They watch other people who are smart and then repeat what they do. Is that how you win PI, Frankie? Absolutely not. You got to be an innovator. You got to be creating the new meta. Everyone's saying, oh, look at the heroes that haven't been picked. They're so bad. The heroes that haven't been picked, they're the ones getting picked up. These are a bunch of normies picking the same thing over and over again. You're an innovator, Frank. You always have been.
So basically, when it comes to the main stage, completely screwed, because we're going to see completely different hero picks.
Absolutely. But then you just get to talk about how smart they are.
You also just got jumped for free there, it feels
point.
like.
We'll watch a big fight first.
Okay, let's watch
All
the big
right.
fight. Okay.
But the point you made is very TIS.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
That means I get my job tomorrow.
Yeah.
TIS?
I made a TIS
Things that
point.
happen due to like the meta of TI. Anyway.
Whatever.
What's going
Yeah,
on,
plus one, actually.
guys, in this fight?
I mean, I looked at
So,
Slacks.
don't look at Slacks. Don't look at
There's
him.
a cooldown after
Don't
you
trust
do that.
him.
You can't see anything.
He's dangerous.
I'm literally blind.
All right.
Yawer went to hit the mid tower.
Yes.
Secret tried to jump him.
Yes.
And they got him really low, really fast. But they were able to sort of protect him a little bit with a fissure, a tree armor, and an overgrowth, and they actually managed to trade pretty well. Enchantress and Ursa with a buyback on Puppy for just the Clinks. It's not bad, honestly, especially if you're down gold like this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really rooting for Quincy Crew here. They had a pretty rough run, and today was the day they were supposed to prove. We faced off against the best teams in the world, but now we're gonna rip them apart, and they got 2-0.
Do you know what happened?
Oh, what's that?
Oh, we told them to play Ember.
Yeah.
I did tell them to play Ember.
That's why we kicked them.
He even said for a percentage of prize
Piece of
pool.
shit.
Yeah.
No, sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
Nothing.
I've
The
been
point
kicked
you
by
made
so
about
many
the heroes
people.
changing.
It just keeps getting brought up.
Guys, the British people are trying to have a conversation here.
Sorry,
Yeah,
T.
thank you.
I guess like the rest of the world, no one will care. Why don't you go Brexit yourselves out of this couch so we
What
can...
language do you speak?
I don't know.
American.
America. Yeah!
How many languages do we all speak? Yeah, we all just speak one language, right? We're kind of weak. Right? We're all weak and inferior compared to the world, all right?
I'm
Doesn't matter
just
if we're
kidding.
British or American, we're all whatever.
Politics aside, I highly respect your opinion, so please
You
continue.
too, brother.
Thank
Anyway.
you for touching me.
You too. What was it? Yeah, so you said about how the heroes will change from group to playoffs. The whole spiel that me and Ali went through about the intensity of group stage, that 1 day off between groups and playoffs is when people get to truly test things. And it's why they will, fight for their lives to be able to get to that point, because that single day, that 6 hours of practice to try the new heroes, to scroll to the bottom of the heroes played and go, these 14 heroes not played right now, that's the one I'm going to surprise people with. So that is why the first day of group stage is so fun. You see all the new stuff, and then, happens, people get eliminated. And then you get the day 1 of playoffs, it's like, this is the new inventions once again, like Slacks was mentioning, maybe like your top Blink, probably not, but that's the idea. That 1 day, it's creativity day. So good. Thank you. My TED Talk's over.
I'm just so happy to see you here. You're just so great. I don't know, the Dota community...
Already hate me.
No. It's just so, you're a blessing to it. You have so much energy, you're so fun. This is their first exposure to you, and you are wonderful. I'm sorry, I'm all smiles just seeing you sitting on a Dota couch.
It took a while to get here, but what I also hope that people appreciate is that I make you people feel better about yourselves, because you know so much more than me.
That's true.
And that's why I'm here. I'm here to massage your egos. I'm here to ask all the wrong questions to get the right answers. Thank you for having me.
What the hell am I doing then?
Making sweet content.
Heyo!
And here trying to keep me going. Can I picture a piece of content?
Yeah, please.
So earlier on, we were talking about Beast Coast being psychopaths, and Effie went,
What?
Yeah.
What the hell are you guys talking about out here?
They're very joyous.
You had to be there. Anyway, but then Effie was just like, oh yeah, like my top 10 psychopathic hero picks. But unfortunately, there's selfishly some teams competing for millions of dollars, so we didn't get to talk about it on the sofas.
That's messed up.
But I just thought, you know what, on our Slacks when I see him, can you please make that happen?
Well, I studied psychology, actually, graduated with a degree in it, and I find that one of the best things to do when you're trying to talk about something like psychotic tendencies, we do something called a case file, where we'll find somebody, a case study, if you will. Well, Ali, what heroes do you pick typically these days? Completely separate from what I'm talking about, but what are you spamming these days?
I spam Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, that's some psychopath stuff right there.
She wears real fur.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who would kill an animal to wear his fur? It's not 1920 CM.
Yeah.
But no, Seons are typically psychotic. You ever see a level 30 CM? Holy woly. What godless creature. Anyway, big fight happening.
I think Quincy Crew lost the game. Well, you guys were talking about the...
Dude, that's a psychopath move right there.
Having no remorse over the loss of a team.
Whew, I mean,
They have been
it's very hard for them to win from this
100%.
point, I think. They don't have a real front line. Their team fight's sort of weird, and it's very easy for, like, if Doom gets a Doom on Clinks or Evoker, they just sort of fall apart. They don't have damage anymore.
Yeah.
Is this just Doom from the draft?
No, I don't think their draft was really...
Good pun.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Slacks. I don't think the draft was much worse.
Yeah.
I thought you
I can't
didn't.
see anything.
No, I can't
content
either.
room.
These are fake, by the way.
We're relying on you.
Apologies, Allie. She does not
We
know.
were just impressed.
She does not know you are a TI winner. She would never know.
You're a TI
Do you know
finalist.
you're a TI winner in 2015?
When did he reach the finals of TI? Do you know?
Oh. Was it when you were a competition winner?
Yes.
Sorry, Bloodseeker rap. I can't remember the lyrics of the I was practicing this.
All right, question.
Yes. Stop talking. Yes.
Do you
Go
think
ahead,
he
T.
competed? Like, do you think he played and competed, or was he
Yeah,
more?
technically he was listed on a roster for a team. I just can't remember the team's name. I can't remember which team it was, I'm sorry.
That's fair enough.
It just didn't come up in my notes.
You guys are extremely
Whereas
cruel
he
to ask.
Played with so many people at TI.
That's right. You're extremely cruel to ask the new host of random, nonsensical trivia that no one cares about.
No, it's important.
Well, we all care now.
I'm
sure Twitch chat are
The
just
reason
like...
why I said it was part of me was worried that you thought he was a player.
No, I knew
See?
he wasn't a player because
Oh,
he
that's
had to
unnecessary.
get
See, that's what I meant.
coaching,
That's
right?
all I wanted from this. I was like,
Yeah,
cool.
He's not a
nice.
player, he just plays techies.
That's done. Tick.
I mean, you literally have to bomb people. That's not a skill shot, is it? You just lay mines and just wait for people
Every
to trip
time
up.
I try to talk to up-and-coming talent and try to readjust my position in this community, I just get shit on by the analysts every single time. When will I be treated with any respect? Well, I'm getting the same respect as Quincy Crew in this game. Holy woly. Can we talk about Void Spirit? I'd like to talk about Void Spirit,
Maybe
this
you
hero.
should, maybe you should be playing with Quincy Crew this event.
Frankie.
Anyway, Void Spirit.
I'm trying to throw you bones here.
Void Spirit most of the matches. Tell me your thoughts on Void Spirit.
So there's like 4 new heroes that I haven't been into a TI before. You know, Dawnbreaker, Hoodwinked, Void Spirit, and Sapphire. Many people forget that. It's been so long. But this is like a TI hero right here, man. It seems like so strong in most pubs, but to see people that have been playing it throughout the whole entire DPC bring it to the international, I can't imagine it's not going to be one of the most impactful heroes of the event.
I mean, all Spirit heroes do the exact same thing, and they do it so well. Find the backlines, rip them apart, punish poor positioning. And when you have lineups like Quincy, where you don't really have saves, and you can't really keep that hero alive, technically Tree to some degree can do that with Overgrowth or Living Armor, but when you have the Ember Spirits, the Void Spirits, it's so hard to position like well, and Dota is a game simply about positioning. So when Void Spirits and Ember Spirits and any of these exist in the game, you're going to be able to dismantle that very cleanly. So it's very refreshing these type of heroes keep kind of existing within the space.
Content space, please. Top 5 spirits. Okay.
Yeah, Breaker is number 1. Thank you very much.
Did you guys happen to see the draft for this game? Were you watching this or something else?
Yeah, I think they picked Doom,
We've missed all the
Void
drafts,
Spirit,
unfortunately.
Monkey King, Enchantress. Go ahead.
You are very smart.
Thank you.
I was just curious when they picked Invoker because I feel like their lineup needs something
I have it
more
for you,
like an
boss.
Ember.
I got it for you.
Was
He's
it
got
banned?
it?
It doesn't show in order of like.
Is that track Dota? Because it doesn't show the.
Yeah, it doesn't show order. That's
Okay.
what I was gonna say. But it was a first phase, Tree, and Invoker, and it was a first phase. No,
Does
wait.
it show the bands?
It shows the bands too. Yeah.
Okay. Was Ember banned?
Nope. Oof. That talk you had with them, Owie, must have destroyed them. They lose
Yeah,
in one
after they
game.
lost one game, we should do the opposite of what
they
AUI
blamed Owie.
says.
I don't think this is an. I assume this must be in order actually, but it was Tiny IO ban by Quincy, Snapfire ET ban by Secret, and then it was Tree Invoker first phase by Quincy, Monkey
so
and
it
Void
was
Spirit
first
by
two then,
Secret.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I was watching the multi-stream earlier. How did the Underlord pick go? Did he-
Crushed.
Really?
Crushed it.
Really?
Beat the DK safe link here?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, it
That's
was
sick.
a lineup with limited physical damage. Just got pretty much 1v9'd by Underlord and a Crimson Guard. Just kind
That's
of
very
appeared.
cool though, because the
Yeah.
hero was just unpicked before that, and it just comes in and destroys the game.
Like, imagine the kind of gusto you gotta be like, literally no one else at this event thinks this hero. Hero's good. But, however, what if it is? And then you just pick it. That's
Dramatic,
insane.
slow
Right.
The big boys get it done entrance. That's who I want to rap about.
Exactly. That's right.
You really want to rap, don't you?
I do actually. I was tempted before this event, and then I thought I've got no one to make me some sweet, sweet beats. So read it.
Tea Governor?
I am wearing my attire to do such a thing, but
You
yeah,
look
sure.
like
I
you're
played the
in Bastille.
clarinet when I was younger, so
You played the clarinet?
yeah, I don't think I can get that into a rap though.
I used to play clarinet.
Why did I admit that? Oh, no.
What the hell's a clarinet?
The
It's like
woodwind
a reed instrument. So before you play, you have to suck a reed for about 10 minutes. And you just walk around the music room just being like, I'm sucking on my reed.
Not gonna touch that one, production. You can't get me fired. That one just goes.
It's basically just like a
Saxophones
saxophone but
use them
smaller.
too, and
Yeah.
bassoons.
Yeah.
It's a saxophone but smaller. But anyway,
Not me.
But they're a reed instrument.
Now you can put your hands down.
so many added details we didn't need to share.
I'm trying to remember what number reed I had. It wasn't. And I also
a
played
big
cornet
reed.
and trumpet, but my mouth got too big for the mouth. Sorry, it's up to you,
Let's put those down. Void Spirit.
She's already lost her pass.
If Void Spirit can turn up and just like let me use its ability right now, I'm just gonna go into one of those lovely purple owls. This is the green screen studio. # spoilers. We can literally do this to
That's
me
true.
right now. Please.
Howie, how many reads have you
Reason you suck.
played?
I have Slacks muted.
All right.
So,
But going back to your point about the unplayed
Yes,
heroes,
please.
the Underlord, players don't often actually look at the unplayed heroes. Like they'll just be drafting in the moment, right? And they don't really care about the stats
Yeah.
of heroes doing well and bad, other than maybe finding out why.
Really?
No, it is like hidden there, but like when you said about the unplayed, it's not like VP today woke up in the morning and went, I gotta get an Underlord game here. Like that Underlord pick
Sure.
in that game was, it felt like a really good pick, and I think the best teams in the world don't have an allegiance to what heroes are meta, what heroes fit in the moment. Like Seb in interviews spoke about it with OG. They will always look at all heroes as options, and in a draft, if they see something where it's like, this is a really good, I don't know, Ricky game or a Techies game or
Yeah.
something, they will try and work it in because they see the way in which it leads them to the win, right? And I think that's just an overgeneralization on it, but of course people look at statistics and the general gist, but yeah, it depends on the team.
But Frankie, don't you think that is something that like a super brave team would be able to do? Like if you were struggling and no one else was picking a hero, I mean, don't you think that it takes like a certain kind of gusto to be able to say, screw everybody else, I know this hero will work in this game?
I mean, maybe, but I think they probably had it planned all along.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean,
Like this is the counter pick to
children.
this one.
child bears. I'm calling them the child bears.
There's so many phrases I'm learning in
The
Dota on this
VP
panel.
child bears. Oh, we invented paleo Counter-Strike. I nearly called it earlier. So sorry. Paleo Dota earlier. Instead of caveman Dota, it's Paleo Dota.
Paleo
Because it's
Dota.
2021 and
You're
we
right.
live in this wellness generation where we make things sound better
That's right.
by taking the carbs out of it.
You know, the biggest lie that they tell you is intermediate fasting. They're like, oh, I'm on an intermediate fasting. That's called a gamer schedule. It's more
I've
like
been doing that all my life.
yeah,
Right
more like I
forgot to
ate
eat.
15 Domino's pizzas at 10 p.m. and then I slept until 4 p.m. I mean, it's like I'm on intermittent fasting right now. You're just a degenerate.
It is nice actually because you can like you used to say I skip breakfast.
Yeah.
Now you can tell that you're worried about your health. That's
Right.
why I went to sleep at 6 a.m. It's part of my diet.
The gamer diet, alpha stuff.
What diet does Quincy need to go on to bounce back tomorrow when they have to beat them 2-0 against
my
SG
God.
to survive the tournament? That's some good nutrition they need tonight.
Did Quincy play again today?
No.
Oh, they didn't even
This
get
is the final
denial.
set of games happening right now.
Okay. Wait, do Quincy play 2 tomorrow or?
They play 2. They play SG in the morning,
Okay.
which is like the game against the team
Yes.
hugging the bottom spot with them. And then they play Elephant.
Is that
after.
SG's last match or does SG also play 2?
SG also plays Spirit then after, and Spirit is the other team,
Okay.
also kind of on that fringe of potential elimination.
Those some tight games. Whoever did the scheduling, very smart. Because
Very
honestly,
smart.
I don't feel like many people saw this happening
Yeah.
for Quincy, and I know the schedule does tend to put teams who are thought to be closer together at the end of the beginning or end, I think.
Either way, it should be a fight. I mean, it's hard to pick favorites in a matchup like that. SG Esports have really earned their place here and been fought and fought and fought. But Quincy Crew, I mean, we've seen such power come from them in the whole DPC. It would be a shame. But I wish everybody in TI could win and play. Somebody got to go home, though.
But mental game-wise, Spirit.
Yeah.
I used the phrase "found their footing" on T1 earlier. I can't use it on Spirit again, but they've now got their experience points.
That's right.
So out of those three, surely Spirit actually starting to have the right ideas, the right game plans.
Yep.
Maybe they're a team that's going to be pretty confident going through. With Quincy Crew, it's a case of where their spirit has been broken.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think so.
So, Ari, are you going to be giving them advice tonight?
No.
Also,
I didn't really give any advice. I spoke to a couple of the players for literally 2 seconds as we passed in the lobby, you know. That's all.
That was enough.
Yeah. That's all it
Casted a
took
hex
to
on them.
sabotage them with the
But I've just
90%
come to
win
the-
rate hero that day.
the realization as well. Fnatic, we're talking about these three teams, right? Fnatic's now 4-10. So if there is a scenario where Quincy wins 2-0 and SG wins 2-0, Fnatic has one set of games left, right?
Wow.
So they can also
So
tie
actually,
for last
that's
place.
pretty close.
And like I think Fnatic, we all expected Fnatic to get enough draws to go through. They weren't even in contention of like last place today from the morning.
Okay.
So there is a scenario tomorrow that can play out where Fnatic are drawn into a tiebreaker for 3 teams in last place. Or 2 teams last place.
Four
which I don't
wins
think
for
we even
last
included.
place in a 9-team group is pretty insane, to be honest. Like, that's a lot of wins to get knocked out with.
It's now capped to 3 because of it being 4. But yeah, it's crazy to think that Fnatic have now been thrown into the mix of potential last place. But it does mean SG and Quincy need to really pick it up tomorrow and
Yeah.
surprise some teams with some wins.
And again, going into this tournament, we might not necessarily have been surprised by Fnatic being in contention for an early exit.
Fnatic was the 50-50 where they won their qualifier and I think people were like, okay, this team on at TI should be able to do pretty well. They are kind of like a dark horse, but they're the dark horse that hasn't really connected it with enough wins so far. And I think people will be upset that they aren't doing better, but I don't think anyone really expected them to be instantly a top 4 team in a group stage, right? Especially with Group B being a much more kind of, I guess, stacked group in regards to even trying to get into, top 6, for example.
I mean, they made a major change just before the qualifiers, and they got through that skin of their teeth because Tuan was playing out of his mind, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. These teams, like the ones that like Elephant made a change to, it's like they make the change to get here, and then this is also a weird TI where there's so much time before, like after qualifiers, you go from qualifier to TI. Normally it's a little bit of time you play, right? But this was a month and a bit plus like 3 and a bit patches, so the whole shakiness of a qualifier kind of gets completely removed. It's not like you're being thrown from one to the other, and I think that is why I think most people coming into this TI gave every team a shot at doing a decent run, because it's like uncharted territory for TI. The fact that everyone has the same playing field. They were in Romania many weeks before. Everyone was playing European pubs. Like this is a very like training wheels on type TI for the newer teams, because normally there's a lot more kind of go play go. It's there's not enough time.
So I'm sorry if you guys already covered this, but again, this is the multi-stream. Thunder Predator, I'm noticing that they lost. Does that mean
they are out? Yes, correct. Yeah.
We've had a sympathetic conversation about it.
Okay, well, moving on then. What do I care?
Started by a misspeak of happiness.
Kidding. No.
Oh no, because I was like, what do we do when the first team is eliminated?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I spoke like a true unranked Smurf.
Yeah.
Just completely forgetting my station and the fact that I'm not meant to be here. So
Whoa.
I just
Kitty.
I apologise if I offended anyone by my presence or the fact that I completely forgot that some dreams have been crushed today. So yeah, we had a conversation about it there, because obviously they got to the top 18 of TI. It's a huge deal, and they're a team that very much impressed earlier this year. And unfortunately, this is a very, very strong year for teams.
It is.
That's what we covered.
Probably one of the most competitive teams. That's a fantastic, or TIs. That's a fantastic point. I mean, going into this tournament.
And it wasn't mine. I just regurgitated
Well,
it. Just
still.
yeah.
I mean, it was
I
good to
remembered
bring
it
up.
well.
But at any rate, heart goes out to Thunder Predator. But hopefully they stay strong. I'm sorry, I don't want to revisit it if you guys have already talked about it. But
well, hopefully they don't split up after TI, because 3 of them have been together since 2019, and Moose and I can't remember the second player only joined in 2021. So potentially there's still stuff to be done there.
yeah, it's a hard decision, but it's massive respect, to even make it this far, and then sometimes you have to make that decision. Guys, I love you, but it's not working, and let's see. But anyway, we'll see what they do. Best of luck to them. Aoi, you had a point?
No.
Oh, you just look really tense. Do you want us to change the stream? Is this too much? Do you want to watch a different match?
I mean, I think this game's pretty low percent that'll be a comeback. I'm sort of interested in what's happening in the other ones at this point.
I agree.
That's a very good point. So, where would you like to go? I'm gonna give you
keys to the car. Let's go.
Straight away. Oh, we did talk about returning to EG versus VP earlier on.
I'd be down to see that one because I think game one, like the drafts were very weird, and I can't quite see the heroes, but I'm assuming it's a bit more standard.
Okay.
I mean, I think DK safe lane.
We're gonna
It's
dive.
definitely not meta. Definitely not like a hero you see for TZ.
All right, let's ride on Frankie's magic school bus. Woo woo! So
I will be going into children's TV after this. I won't be allowed to do esports anymore.
Oh.
So let's. I actually wanted to bring up. I don't know if they talked about the stats from an EG game earlier today.
Sure.
I wanted to bring those up
All
because
right.
they interested me. I've just got to find where they are.
I'll buy you some time here.
Thank you. Oh yeah, do some hype casting.
No. As we drop in to EGVP here, an interesting little, the rivalry before these two teams. Not quite the same with the new VP roster, but still pretty interested to see how they do here. The classic EG Luna. That's what you like.
Well, talking of EG Luna.
Yeah,
I'll
perfect
do this in my
segue.
special stats. He knew
Hell
he knew
yeah.
the stats I was looking for. Earlier on against Thunder Predator. So
Oh, looks like
hashtag
Team
too
Secret
soon.
won, by the way. We exited
Well, there we
perfectly.
go. We knew that was going to happen.
Indeed, indeed.
Look at the celebrations, going wild right now in the secret booth. Look at them, can't contain the excitement.
Oh,
Misha
yeah.
looks really happy.
Yeah.
I've seen him when he looks really mad, and this is his happy face.
Yeah,
That's great.
absolutely buzzing.
Anyway, Frank.
Guys,
me.
you don't want to hit my stats. Oh my God, you're going to be so buzzing for these ones.
I am buzzing for stats.
So buzzing for these stats. And it was EG versus Thunder Predator, our first team to obviously, unfortunately, exit the group stage. So
Yes.
it was a David Goliath matchup. So make of these what you will. Arteezy as Luna, goal per minute, 973. Last hits per minute, new TI record.
What?
16.04 by Arteezy.
Holy
A
moly.
new record. I obviously don't know who he was playing against in terms of the matchup, unfortunately.
I don't even know another member of EG, to be quite honest with you.
Last hits, 895 from Arteezy. Yeah, that was awkward after. Yeah, that was an awkward couple of years ago. That one. But also,
Yes.
one more stat.
Hit me.
Most important stat, guys. Come
Yeah.
on. Map pings 277. Ice as Razor.
Wow.
And
That
I feel
is
like that
impressive.
tells us a lot about what EG are doing with their game plans at the moment, guys. Analyze that.
Coincidentally, we did talk about this earlier, map pings, surprisingly enough, and that it's 130 less on average VP as a whole team does in a game. So Ice is holding down the fort by himself for the entirety of EG. So yeah, VP is very vocal, but clearly Ice is a lot more.
So all those 277 pings relevant?
Absolutely.
So, okay,
I feel like it means he's having fun.
Yeah.
I feel like in
gonna say.
EG serious, he won't be pinging that much. But what do I know? Like I've never seen Ice Ice.
Do you use the hotkey?
No, I don't know if he's real.
True.
Do you use the hotkey for show previous ping on camera?
No, I don't.
Okay. I tried using it, but like it's kind of hard in solo
I
queue.
think it's bad because it's unreliable. Like
yeah.
someone will ping and you don't know if someone's gonna ping somewhere else, and then you'll go to the wrong one.
Yeah, I've always thought it could be really cool, but coordinating...
It's really good on RTSs, so maybe Ice uses it.
Maybe.
But
no one else uses the ping command but him, so he can... it could be cool.
I'm not ready for this high-level conversation. It's
So
my
basically-
first day at the office,
just
guys.
to make it easier, there's a thing in Dota where you can bind a key to show on the map. So see the pings
I
happening
mean, you
right
can
now?
do that for pretty much everything in Dota,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You can use a key for everything, like the dollar key, for example.
It's amazing.
You know?
that would be ridiculous. No one should use the dollar key for anything.
That's true. That's
That
one of
would
the
be
first things I was
extremely
taught by
silly.
Purge. Don't use your dollar key.
Yeah.
Continue with whatever point you had.
Thank you. Basically, see these pings happening right now, the ping exclamation marks? The idea is you can press a key and your camera centers exactly on that. So the idea is, for example, Aoi could ping in a game, I press my space bar and it instantly shows where his ping was. So
Okay, that's really clever.
if
Fine.
you're saying like, guys, I got the shaker, if a team practices with it, every time they press spacebar, it shows exactly where the shaker is because he's been pinged, right?
And that is why Dota 2 is Gaben's favourite game.
Yeah, so that's like the thing, right? It's like it
We
could
don't
be
do
cool.
that in Counter-Strike. We've only just got pings.
Yeah, we got advanced pings, okay?
They have
yeah,
pings in
exactly.
Counter-Strike too, though.
Yeah, we only
I
just
know
got them,
because
though.
I used them.
We don't use
and my
them.
friends got really mad at me.
We don't
Like,
use them.
what's
we
this
talk.
noise?
We talk in game and we don't farm.
What are the? I was supposed to ask CS:GO questions. What's the ping do? The like bomb site?
It's
Just like
useless.
pings, like there's a drop, there's a gun there, or maybe there's an enemy there, but you literally just say,
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
It's a very vocal game.
yeah,
very
you
quick.
just
And the thing
say
in
so-and-so's
CSGO, you
Xbox or...
have names for every part of the map.
Yeah, we've got
In
call-outs.
Dota, the map is a lot bigger, and you don't really have that.
Dude, imagine if Dota had call
Tree!
and by the.
And
virtual
they
cam.
do, right? They have like triangle. You know, for the
That's
really
it.
important things.
I mean, like super advanced ones.
Yeah,
you know, like,
no, that'd be crazy.
Call-outs with a little pencil.
There should be like goose, you know, there would be a little artwork of a goose
You
somewhere.
know the camp on Radiant side bottom where there's the little turtle that runs around. It's like, guys, I'm on the turtle camp
Yeah,
right
I've
now.
talked about this with Lizard though, like in a similar thing, but you used to have to use artifacts to remember where the neutral camp spawned. So you'd effectively
boys.
have that.
Is this deliberate from VP?
That's right, my boys. VP's gonna win this series.
Why were they-
Buying good voice packs.
Why were they saying no jokes though?
No jokes.
He was all chatting no jokes.
He
Yeah.
said his mouse died.
Oh, okay.
Mouse
okay.
died, no
Okay.
jokes.
Yeah.
Because they just wiped them and they paused, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, GPK. Oh no, his mouse is working. He's flicking.
Very toxic behavior.
He's
Love it.
standing still.
He's stuck.
He's giving vision, guys.
That's a support's job. Always.
Wait, I want to know whose mouse died.
You might go early vision with an offlaner at the start of the match.
That's correct, Frankie. I never go vision in any match. Worthless waste of my time.
Slack is
Because you're
immortal.
trying to avoid other people getting vision on what you're doing. Because it's the only
matter.
way to counter you.
Imagine
Doesn't
if that
matter.
worked.
In my opinion, vision is overrated in the game of Dota.
I feel like vision's a handicap for people who just can't track where all their enemies are at all times.
Precisely. Vision only exists to fool you. People smoke under vision, and it's the most effective way to smoke. If
It's
you
like-
know where a ward is, you smoke under it, and then they're like, we're safe.
Yeah.
I never put vision down to make sure that my team never feels safe, always alert.
Do you also ascribe
That's
to
a
the
worrying
last
accurate
hitting as
assessment
a
of rank.
handicap for people who can't fight?
That's correct.
Yeah. Like last hitting's
Heroes.
overrated. You should just brawl it out.
That's right. It's a different style of Dota that
Immortal
many
gaming.
teams will take. Immortal gamer. I'll teach you things Purge can't teach you. Okay?
Sounds...
Like how to never buy a ward.
Do you buy like sentries or is it all war?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Sentries, if you buy a sentry, if you never buy a sentry and the enemy buys sentries, then you're putting them at a deficit.
Yes.
Mathematically, it makes
And you're not
perfect
buying
sense.
wards. It checks out. That is literally a net worth lead.
Right. If they never get money dewarding you because you've never purchased a ward, it's
That's-
only a deficit.
That's actually, yeah, that does check out.
You're
the
really
basic
smart.
logic, the underlying logic is actually accurate.
That's a big boy Philly right there. Now that's an issue. If you get a Philosopher's Stone and then they just get free money, that's not good enough for you.
We did have a debate about the Philosopher's Stone earlier as well.
Oh, yes?
Sending you in, yeah. I was
Probably a
asked
good
if I gave
pick-off.
up my Philosopher's Stone. I was like, yes, because I used to play Position 1.
Ah.
So I would give it up, throw it to the wolves. Let the supports fight, have some fun.
That's nice.
You
That's
drop
nice
it in the
you as
middle
a
of the
queen.
map and they have to run to it, you know? It's like, who is quicker?
Drop it on the ground.
Really quickly, that just reminds me, I once played an unranked game and there was a random on our team
Yeah.
and he kept all the neutrals in his backpack.
Yeah.
He kept, and he'd go back to fountain, you'd teleport a neutral in, and he'd go to the fountain, and he'd put it in his backpack.
Okay.
So his backpack was like 6 neutrals, including like the reserve slots.
He was probably applying to be a shopkeeper. That's a thing, you know.
That's true. And that's why, like, the best thing to do is when someone new plays Dota,
Is
you
ban
play.
them.
No.
No, for the love of God,
No. You play in, like, so when I have new people play Dota, you cushion them in the beauty of, like, your 4-stack plus the new guy comes in. So then you can, like, you can teach them the ways, you know, the nice way. And then you give them, like, 1,000 hours of this environment. And then you go, now be free, little one. Go play your ranked. But,
I'm the new one, I'm the little one.
yeah, exactly. But that's
Why
why
am I ending up with
that's
this
why
tool?
Dota is the best game. You know, you play with friends and you enjoy the, you know, the learning with friends. You don't learn by yourself. You do not learn Dota by
It's true,
yourself.
it took me a while to get friends, but in the pandemic I found some, so.
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
Good.
So that's the, when you join the game, you find another lad or, you know, lass, and then you go from there.
Unfortunately, I just don't think one of my friends likes me anymore. Because
Why? Who's that? Name shame him.
Kevin.
Kevin.
And is that
Kevin, get
the
over
Purge?
yourself.
Is that Kevin the
I
Purge?
think I put him
Okay.
through too much.
It's okay.
Does he lane with you?
Well,
Heaven doesn't like
he now
anyone.
doesn't go in the. He doesn't go in the game. Sorry, hang on.
That's another Philosopher's Stone.
There we go.
Anyway,
more than one a game. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that out loud.
No,
Don't
well, you
fire
get
me.
one per team.
Oh, one per team, of
potentially.
course. You know what? I'm just not.
Potentially.
Well, yeah, it's like
Oh my god, of course you get one per
that's
team.
the
I'm
beauty
sorry.
of neutral items, and
What's
we could
up?
probably have a debate on that.
Yeah,
The
and
RNG of neutral
honestly, I think that Philosopher's Stone, I absolutely shouldn't be saying this because it is legitimately my favorite item in the game.
Yep.
I think it's OP, and I think like an item like that should be, if one team gets it, the other team should get it. It makes a big deal, but Frankie, I wouldn't consider yourself a new Dota player because you have the Dota player spirit in you. You literally just gave me the idea next time I'm playing, if I have supports on my team, to just drop a Philosopher's
Yeah,
Stone
that's
where
so
I
good.
want them to ward to force a support to go into that area. That is Dota player thinking right there. That's developing the new meta.
Yeah, you got Effie to thank for that.
Welcome to the team, my friend. It's a pleasure to have you.
Oh, well, we'll get there.
Well,
We'll get there. Well, thank you.
that's
Again,
true.
here to make you all feel better about yourselves,
Oh, well.
including you guys.
Mr. 2000, a question for you. The probability on that was 80% VP wins this game, I believe. How do you feel on that?
I think it's looking pretty good for VP right now. I think if you're behind on Luna and Silencer, like these two heroes specifically, and you're behind on Gold with a Doom, it just doesn't bode well. There are heroes in Dota that function better off being ahead. Luna's one of them just because she's a strong laner. She takes objectives fast and she farms really fast. And Silencer, his spells, they just do nothing once the enemy team gets items. Like he doesn't do anything for Speed or Lotus Orb.
This is what I was talking about the other day. The Kobold Shovel. You dig up the Kobold, you never kill him, and he becomes a confused ward. It's like that
Actually,
movie, It Follows.
I mean, you don't get vision.
Don't get
from him.
vision on it.
You don't get vision, but he's there.
I've
You
seen
understand how
there
he's
is a
just
usage for
there.
that though. If you're Spear Breaker,
Yes.
you can dig it up in Fountain and you have
Correct.
something to charge back to in base. It's very good.
Just there.
But he gives vision to no one, Slack.
Watch it. It's terrifying.
It Follows is basically about a creepy SDI.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just like the Kobold.
you gotta
He's
get
the
rid of
Dota
it.
version of that. He's just there, constantly following.
One day you just check up. You're just, oh,
Oh no!
Hello. Probably get
Not
that
a
checked out.
Kobold. That's in the lore, Frankie.
I've never seen a kobold, obviously, in any of my games. I'm not familiar with.
A rare creature.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very pathetic.
Why
neutral
does he
creep.
follow you around? It's
You
just a
dig him
neutral
up
creep.
out of the ground. He's a little groundling.
There's
you
a
dig him up and
neutral
he,
item.
Yes, it's a neutral item called
Yeah.
the Trusty Shovel.
That's
and
right.
Oh, yes, I know the trusty shovel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The salve,
But
the
normally I
mango.
only get bounty runes.
Yeah, if you're on, you're very
You
lucky.
only
then.
get bounty runes.
Congratulations.
That's a pogger.
Oh
I only get the kobolds, the little guys that slap
They
you and
break
take
your
tranquils.
tranquil boots.
Yeah, tranquil boots.
As
yeah.
you're running from people, you
very
just die.
annoying. Yeah.
That's a poggers right there.
Yeah, big ones. Going back to Irish point about the draft though, can
I don't know.
Holy shit! 3 bounty runes! Sorry, production. I'm sure I
was
You
just
get
blew
really
out my
excited
ears
when
money.
someone finds £3 on the floor.
That was 3 bounty runes, dog.
And that was so loud, they removed us from the game.
They were like, get us out of here. This
We
guy's
can say that.
screaming
I think
about kobolds.
Aster took another game off Thunder Predator.
Oh, their last one.
Oh.
That's a 0. That's
Yeah.
a 0 for Thunder.
Wait, that's our last game of TI?
No,
No,
they
they've
still
got a
play.
couple
They still
tomorrow.
more.
They played
Yeah.
T1 tomorrow.
I see.
So
Nice
potentially
check, Flax.
could be, yeah.
You know, that is when Dota teams are strongest, though, when they have nothing to gain.
I mean, Dota in general is about making your
Zero time.
opponent suffer.
Yes.
So when you have nothing to lose, you're even stronger.
It's right.
There's so much power.
If we win this game, nothing happens to us, but it greatly impacts the other team. That's when teams usually win the most. So
And I
good
think-
luck to them.
Is T1 looking for upper bracket? Because they've had a resurgence. Like they won
Yes.
Yes,
a
they
couple
are.
of very important series.
So they desperately need to beat that team. So
And
Thunder,
for Thunder Predator side,
it's
it's like
the
it'd just be a
time.
shame if you lost to a team with 0 wins. It'd be such
Shame.
a shame.
shame.
Take
Okay,
what?
This is no. It's kind of Undying and T1. So Stream C, the Secret Quincy, that was very delayed. So we actually get to see a full series still about to start in Stream C.
Let's go.
So T1 Undying are currently both sitting on that kind of fringe of 8-4 and 6-6. The winner is then very much looking to be the upper bracket team at fighting. So yeah, this next series that we're going to see on the C stream, Undying T1. T1's if they win this, then they play against Thunder Predator, which you would assume would be a victory at this point. So they have a potential 4 points to gain, put them going from 6 all the way up to 10, which is a very healthy top top 4. So yeah,
I'm wondering
T1.
if we're going to see that because I'm just wondering, do we want to watch the draft for that one?
We might. I mean, I think Owie's right. I think this game is pretty much El Dunzo Grande, por favor.
Yeah.
VP's got this one in the bag.
And
For
it's interesting because these are the boys with like no experience.
These are the
who have
Zoomers.
sucked on land. I think that's your phrase that you've used
That is
previously.
right. I say it all the time,
And now they're
Frankie.
being EG, who are a reliable top 4 team.
Absolutely. The Zoomers are coming up and defeating the Boomers yet again. Hands up in the chat, Zoomers. Your time has come. But yeah, VP is definitely looking super strong, especially against a favorite like EG.
So do you guys want to head to the B stream? Or would you like to go and look at that sweet, sweet draft on
I'd
the
like,
CC?
honestly,
on the CC stream?
I'm down for gameplay, you know?
Yeah?
A or B.
Okay,
no, we're
let's
in A,
head
sorry.
to B,
yeah.
just
there we
because
go.
the gameplay is looking a little bit one-sided on the VP-EG.
Slokey dokey, here we are.
Alliance IG. Also, potential to be another one-sided game. I don't want to cancel out Alliance completely.
Just to, this series, unfortunately, is very much already a lock. IG is confirmed upper bracket with 11 wins, 1 loss, and
Okay.
Alliance is locked into lower bracket because, of course, Thunder Predator going, 0-14 or whatever it is. They're confirmed out, so Alliance is a lower bracket team. So this is very much upper bracket team versus lower bracket team. But
So this is just for seeding then,
this
right?
is, yeah.
IG, you would still want to come first. I think you can choose your opponent, I'm not sure.
Yes, I believe that is the case. If you're first place in your group stage at TI, you get to choose between 3rd and 4th who you play.
Or if you're OG, you just go, we don't care who we play.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you pick Jack Chen's team twice in a row and win TI after.
Yeah.
Is this from the microphone peaking? I thought we rotated people. No. Okay, no problem.
I'm so sorry.
I might have been the last person on the panel, the first out. That doesn't mean anything. I'm still good at my. Everything's fine.
You could host for me, and I could pop to the
Frankie, there's
loo.
no getting out of that, my friend. You're
That
doing
was a
great.
nice subtle way of actually asking for it. I don't think Sack's actually hurt. Oh.
Don't make me laugh, but I meant to ask for that in private, but I have no shame.
Just 3 more hours.
Yeah, that's why I'm really excited for that C stream full 2-0 series.
Yeah, I think you can blame Alliance and the boys on that one because they had some they had some amazing games earlier that lasted like 60 minutes. It was some beautiful stuff, but yeah, that does kind of push the C stream into a bit more of a delay compared to the earlier games. With the quickest game at TI, I believe, today as well. It was PSG's game.
We've got some consequences playing out. So if VP win, we're going to be in a 3-way tie for 3rd place in the upper bracket. Apparently. Are you checking your notes just to make sure I said that right?
Yeah, so right now it's basically VP will be tying with OG on 9 wins, and then you'll have EG and Undying both on 8. So I think it's easier to look at this situation at the end of the Undying T1 series because then it'll be a very clear-cut, what are we looking for tomorrow? But just for the big kind of winners in contention for upper bracket, OG, EG, Undying, VP, and T1 all very easily could make it to upper bracket if they get the right wins and maybe a couple of teams falter. And that's why this C stream, once this draft finishes and we get into the game, it is so crucial because a lot of people put Quincy Crew higher than Undying. In regards to kind of NA representation at TI, they assumed Quincy would be like the team behind EG, Undying kind of there. But right now, Undying is showing up to be a pretty strong looking team. And if they beat T1, they're looking to be a lock for upper bracket, which is a hot commodity at TI. Being upper bracket, you don't play best of ones. You get to escape the spookiness of that single game. And whew, yeah, exciting stuff.
Are you surprised by Undying and their contention? Because you know Moon Meander in particular pretty well, Howie.
Yeah, I played with a bunch of the guys in my last competitive team. I actually think Brio is really good, like top tier. I think it's not just his play, like how he calms is really solid. It's like, the thing with coming to this TI is that there's so little information. So every team's just gonna have their own strong idea and try to go with it. I think Moon Meander is really smart and his ideas will be really strong and he'll be able to rally his team around it. I think it shouldn't be that much of a surprise that Undying are doing better than people expect. However, like, they're doing like absolutely fantastic. Like, this is maybe even better than they expected because usually there's like a learning period coming in. It's not like they got to play any LANs really before this, all online tournaments because of COVID.
It's the first time that Tomado and Saberlight have actually met the teammates as well, I think.
Well, they were on
Basically
boot camp before this, but yeah.
But it's the first. They basically met a matter of weeks ago, essentially.
Honestly, Saberlight and all the Undying Boys, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like he's never come to any. Actually, no, he played on with Quincy Crew for a bit.
He did play Quincy Crew, yeah. So he could fly with that, but it's still the idea, like, the teams that formed during, you know, the kind of pandemic period, of course you're kind of, you know, you're locked into your region and stuff like that, so, and if you aren't making it to the international stage where you're being flown in, some of these teams would be kind of going, oh, hi mate, I've played with you for a year. Like, Alliance had this thing with FNG because they couldn't bring him over to the boot camp because he was in Belarus, so it was only until after so many tournaments or DPC seasons that they were able to fly to the tournament together, meet up at the tournament and be like, hi mate, you're my captain for the last year, hi. And then obviously now they've been able to boot camp. So yeah, it is a surreal kind of experience that these teams have had, some of the teams have had to go through specifically.
It's almost like a fresh honeymoon period.
Yeah, no,
You've been online dating for a while, it's been going well, you got some good results. Decided to go on holiday together and meet for the first time.
I mean, I'm sure you've probably experienced it with like CSGO teams and whatnot when they talk about it, but being at home and assessing a situation through like Discord or like trying to communicate a point going